Hello guys, how are you doing? Let me trust you're doing good. Welcome once again to today's tutorials. Here with me, I have a laptop, Elitebook. I believe this is 8040, the G5 or G6. The problem with this laptop is that the customer said it doesn't have power, so this is the no power issue. I tried to plug into the power adapter, but there is nothing. I can't see anything. There is no LED. Normally, there should be an LED here, the orange light here. But can you see that small hole? There's nothing there. So that's the problem with this laptop. It's not taking any power and not powering on even with the battery, without the battery. So I don't know. Probably here we could be having short in the main power line. That's why the system is cutting off power all the way from the either from the port or from the battery. Okay, it cuts off power from the power port, but it disabled the battery. That is why this laptop cannot intake in any power. So the best thing for us to do, we are not going to keep on plugging in the adapter, plugging in I don't know what. So the best way to approach this is to disassemble the laptop and then to reach the motherboard and do the physical inspection. Try to measure the main power line, the secondary power lines with the digital multimeter. Try to feel whether you can feel any component which is getting hot and so on and so on. So let us disassemble it and then check for ourselves what actually is going on with the motherboard of this laptop. So give me 1 to 3 minutes to do so. Then we can continue. So the back lid of the motherboard has been opened. Oh, so I believe this is 845. This is 845. This is 845. So this is an AMD processor. I know you might be asking yourself, how did I know it? You can see the processor behind there as Asila. Is the BIOS. It has two BIOS chips of 128 capacity. So, as I said, the first thing we need to do is to do the physical inspection. We need to inspect the motherboard to see whether we can see anything fishy. If we are not able to see anything from this side, we are going to open up the motherboard entirely and then have the entire motherboard on the bench and work on it on the bench. And probably, I think already I spotted a problem. Can you see this thing here? Yes, there's something here which indication of a burnt. There's a blown up component here, which I have no idea what actually is this component. So let us remove this and then see. Can you see? There's a very small component here which got burnt here. So let us hope that is the only issue. And if that is the only issue, it is a very easy fix. Very easy because we are just going to replace that component and then the motherboard is fixed. And then I can ask for the money. Here, because this I'm fixing the 840 G6 or 845 G6, whichever the model it is. And this laptop is about the no power issue, no power problem. I normally charge very good money. So yeah, I'll get paid very good money. Okay, there's all monies are good. There's no bad money. All the monies are good. Yes, whichever the money I'll get paid here is always the good money. So here's the component which is burnt, which is blown up, and that's exactly what you're going to replace. Yeah, and you see this thing here. I believe that is this is actually an IC. I don't know what is it doing. I don't know what is it doing. Okay, before even we remove that IC, let us test. Let us test the main power line whether it is shorted. Make it a digital multimeter. Make your digital multimeter be your best friend. Yes, this tool is very good. Make it be your best friend because it is good in diagnosing the motherboards. So one probe to the ground and then another probe to the main power line. And actually the main power line is shorted. Can you hear that? It is beeping and it is reading 13 ohms, which means the main power line is shorted. Where I measured, where I measured is this particular resistor. So this is the resistor which joins the main power line to the system. Maybe what I'll do, I'll remove this in this component and then again go back again and measure the main component, whether it is still shorted or the short is gone. You know, that component, it could be the one which is shorting that line. Huh? Yes, that component could be the one which is shorting that line. That is why we need to remove it. We need to do away with it and then check whether we still have a short or not. Hot air, and then I need the soldering paste. You need the paste. I am not going to extract the entire motherboard from this chassis because that's a lot of work. And already I spot the problem here. Why should I struggle removing the motherboard from the chassis? Yet, already I see the problem. I am not lazy. I am not lazy. It's only that I want to save time. That's the only problem. My only problem is that I want to save time. But me, I am not lazy. So the motherfucker is out. Here it is. A very tiny thing. Let me put it here. You see. I don't see this thing. Huh? I don't seeing it. This shit is the one. I believe this is the one which is making this motherboard not to intake any power. Okay. After removing that blown up component, the next thing to do is to test again the main power lane whether it is still shorted. You know, it could be that was the only issue. The main power lane, and the main power lane is still shorted, meaning whatever that component, whichever the reason that component got shorted, that's exactly what made this laptop to get shorted. Okay. Now it is up to us to determine exact whatever it is shorted, what is actually shorting that line. It is now upon us. It is now upon us to find the short, to find what exactly is making that line to get shorted. So I think the best thing to do is to remove this motherboard entirely. So we need to remove this motherboard entirely from this chassis and then work on this motherboard from the base. So give me a few minutes to disassemble and then we are going to find the short, the main power line, what actually is shorting that line. I know it is not that I see which we just removed because we've removed it, but still we have the short. There's some screws missing here. I don't know. Maybe somebody opened this laptop before me. That's why we are missing some screws. I don't know why the battery is so light, or maybe it is normal. Huh? I don't know whether I'm being paranoid or it is whatever I am feeling with that battery is good. It's so light, which I don't think it is normal. Unscrew all the screws which you think it is holding the motherboard. Make sure all the screws are screwed out. I will suggest or I will advise you not to be lazy. Yeah? Yes, not to be lazy because sometimes being lazy cost technicians, cost a lot of technicians. Sometimes you be lazy, being lazy, you find that when you desolder a component, when it is still in the chassis, sometimes parts of the chassis is plastic, and then you end up burning that chassis, burning the housing of the motherboard. If you're not lucky, you'll have to buy a new chassis for your customer because that's the problem which you created. Yes, as a technician, you need to take the responsibility. If a problem occurs in your shop, make sure you sort out that problem. Next is to remove the keyboard. Next is to make sure the keyboard is out. The keyboard is disconnected and so from there. So there is the backlight. From there, we also need to open the screws at this other side. Yes, normally they have other screws from this side of the keyboard. So if you're not keen enough, you will be you will struggle. You will struggle to disassemble. So you need to analyze the laptop keenly, understand the architecture of the laptop so that you know which part exactly comes out before the other one. And after each part, you need also to know the location of the screws. Yes, because if you don't, it will be hard for you. It will be hard for you to disassemble. And if you're not able to disassemble, I don't know how you will fix a laptop which is not yet disassembled. Few more connectors, even the fan we need to have it out. We have these ones. What actually is still holding it? Now the motherboard is out. Huh? The motherboard is out. Let me believe whatever burnt here. Holy shit! Hey, can you see this chip? Totally got burnt. It totally got burned, and I believe this is the controller for the Type C. Can you see? Yeah, this is the controller for the Type C. So I believe this laptop, this customer plugged in a very faulty charger, faulty Type C, Type C, which burned that line, and it burned that chip. No, 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 no. Can you see also the AC chip? The AC chip also is so burnt here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know how we gonna help this client. Because replacing this chip requires a lot of rebolting. Requires a lot of rebolting. And then again, I can see this is BIOS chip. I don't know whether it is the okay. This one seems not to be. This is not an issue. But this is damn big problem. Again, this is a very big problem. You know, this chip, this is an EC chip. This is a chip which manages the power in the entire motherboard. On top of that, this chip also controls all the ports, all the input components, starting from the ports, the HDMI, the audio jacks, the Ethernet ports, the dock station, the Type C, the fan, the what, the keyboard, anything you plug into your laptop. This is the responsibility of this IC is to control those components. Oh my God, this case is getting more tricky. I thought you were going to remove the IC which blown up the other one from the other side, and then we call it a business. But this is becoming more tricky. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do, I am going to remove this chip, and then we are going to remove this one also. In case it is blown up, there will be nothing we can do about it. Yes, I can see also there's some blown up here. In case the tracks below this chip is blown up, that is it. That is the end of this motherboard. There's nothing I can do. I can't do the miracle. Even the manufacturers who designed this motherboard, they can't do this kind of work. Eh? Yes, they can't do this kind of work. I don't know whether you can see. Can you see this chip? This blown up. There are some holes here on top. And then here, this one, we can do away with this because once I remove this one, it means Type C no longer functional. It will never work again. So we will be using what? The blueprint only. So let us remove that one, that controller for the Type C. So here we said the shot gone wrong, and I am so sorry for this one. I can hear the burnt chips. Yes, there's a bad smell coming from this chip because already it is burnt, and I can feel it blown up very badly, very badly. You can see when I remove it, it comes out with some tracks. Anyway, let me show you. Can you see? Can you see how it got burnt? A lot of tracks are gone, and I am not going to rebuild this one. Even by prayers, even the robots cannot do this because this will be like rebuilding the motherboard. Because doing this kind of work is a waste of time. Even if I succeed in doing this, how sure am I the client will not plug in the same Type C? Hmm? How sure? Now this one there's nothing you can do about this. Can see burnt layers totally. Okay, I don't want to keep on discussing about that. Let us check this one. Let us remove this one also and check see what actually is going on below that chip. If the tracks are blown up, if we have a quarry below this, if we have a quarry below this chip, that is it. We say goodbye to this chip. If there's a quarry below this chip, There is nothing you can do about it. I believe you can see whatever I am doing. This chip is already blown up, so I don't care if it got. What I care about is the components around this. Actually, it's got burnt. It got blown up. Can you see the bottom line? There's some burnt sides. Can you see? Okay. I don't need it anymore. However, we can check the motherboard, and there's a hole here. Anyway, let us clean that side. Let us clean it and then see whether we can solder in a new chip. You're going to do the simple rebolling. I'm going to show you how to do the simplest rebolling without needing the stencils or without needing the solder boards. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today, right now. Just pray that we have the the tracks for the balls there, that chip, in this area where the chip was. But if we have burnt tracks, there's nothing I can do about it. Yes, let me just remove this one because this one is confusing me here. Out, then we do what? So we remove these solder balls here. We need to have these solder balls out, and then, oh, I'm sorry guys, we have so much lines here which are blown up. In case if there was, in case if we had a good tracks here, I would have done the repolling. But there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. So many lines are missing. They're so tiny. It will need me to do a lot of miracles before it works. And if it worked, again, the same thing could happen. Because I am sure the customer is still using the same Type C, which got this laptop banned. And right now, I am sure he is using it to charge the phone. And maybe also he's using it to charge another laptop. Anyway, I am sorry for this customer. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about this. You can see so many trucks are banned. Even this chip, I was willing to do away with this chip. We remove this chip, then we do away with the Type C. We only use the blue pin. But this chip got banned, and the layers also were destroyed. The lines were destroyed. Even if I try to rebuild them, these are very tiny solder balls which are needed here, which will need a lot of miracle for it to work. And I am not certain. Maybe even after it works, still the customer will use the same adapter to kill the same laptop, and then it comes back for the warranty. As a technician, there are some other things we do consider before we declare the motherboard is dead. There's nothing we can do about it. We also consider the warranty. Yes, is this something which can come back for the warranty, and I might be able to fix it or not? If I am not able to fix it, no need to try and fix it because it will be waste of time. Yes, I was willing to use this motherboard as a learning tool, but I am sorry. Let us test the main power line whether it is still shorted after removing those chips which got burnt. Yes, it is still shorted. I believe it is because we have so many burnt layers. However, the short is still there, but it's a bit reduced. So probably we have other components which are shorted. Probably we could be having other components. Yes, and actually, where is this coming from? There's a chip here. Which I don't know where it came from. Okay, I think it was here. It was somewhere here. But I never touched it. Why? Where did it come from? Anyway, I believe we still have some capacitors here which are shorted. There are a lot of problems with this motherboard. This motherboard, there's a lot of issues. And then I am not certain. I'm not certain. This chip is the one which controls the Type C. The same, this chip controls all the inputs component. And then on top of that, it coordinates with the CPU. It coordinates with the CPU to manage the system. So it will also mean the CPU is also dead. Huh? Try and test the CPU whether it is still good or not. one probe to the ground, and then one probe the power supply for the CPU. And then the CPU 3.7, which is good, bad. You see? In fact, it is nice because, or this is the RAM. No, this is not the RAM. This is the line for the RAM. Okay, 16 GB RAM. Okay, again, 0 ohms. The CPU is gone. Okay, yes. Even if I was able to try and rebuild that IC, the CPU also will have needed also to be replaced, which is something I cannot do. I cannot do that. Anyway, guys, I don't want to waste much of your time doing nothing because already we are doing nothing. Once the CPU is dead, once the motherboard, too many things are blown up. Still, we say that one is deemed to be beyond repair. There's nothing I can do about it. Yes, we'll only recommend the customer to change the motherboard, and then things will be better. Things will be better, and then the customer should avoid using Type C. Yes. Okay, Type C is good. However, it also comes with some. It also comes with other issues. It also comes with other issues. For example, Type C, using Type C in your laptop to charge your laptop. Make sure that that Type C is only working for you. You can only use it to charge your only laptop, one laptop specific. You don't keep on interchanging the Type C for laptop, using it to charge your phones, using it to charge your Bluetooth device, using it to charge your watches, using it to charge your radio. I don't know what any device which need Type C. You use the same Type C to charge everything. Those things are the one which normally make your laptop spoil, because when you plug in Type C charger into your laptop, the charging line for the Type C is a smart line. You have some smart ICs which normally detects the charger you plugged in, and then when it is a good adapter, it gives go ahead to your laptop to use that charger. If it is a faulty adapter, you find that the same system will shut it down. And the way it shuts down, it gets shielded so that it protects the other part of the motherboard from any further damages. So sometimes those components are not lucky, like this one, like this one. As you can see, this one wasn't lucky. It got burned. The layers were burned. A lot of things got burned. And the EC chip burned. The CPU burned. Oh yeah, I don't want to shout. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being patient. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please, guys, I'm still requesting you, please subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, give us some comments, and we really appreciate. If you're interested in learning about the laptop repairs, still don't hesitate. You can contact us so that we can discuss the way forward. We see how we can incorporate you into our classes. We do teach both online and offline. So whichever the module you're interested in joining, please, you're highly welcome. And if you have a problem with your laptop again, don't hesitate. You can send it to us, we repair for you, or you can bring it yourself. Yes, we do deliver very fast at very affordable prices. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video. We are sorry for this customer, and we say to this motherboard goodbye, and may you rest in peace. Huh? Yes, we tell this motherboard to rest in peace, and we see it in the next world, in the next life. We are going to repair it there. In our next life, we are going to repair the same motherboard, and then we will send it back to the another life. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye.